It's everybody's favorite awkward point in the stream when we try to see if we're online or not. I have an offline image now, so I can't just look to my left and see if I see something that isn't a black screen. Alright, we're live! Yay! Hello, everybody! Welcome to Saturday night stream of Asagao Academy! I am Gina, aka the Gina Chew. If you look in the chat, you can see all of my information. Follow me on Twitter at the Gina Chew. Follow me on YouTube and Twitch to keep yourself informed of when we're streaming next. It is a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope you all are having a lovely weekend. Or lovely weekday if you're watching this on YouTube on a weekday. You know, you never know. Okay, so we have started a new day. Why don't we just jump right into it? Because I feel bad. I apologize. The stream was supposed to start like 2 hours ago, but I pushed it back. I had some kind of unanticipated family stuff to do. But if it makes you feel better, I spent dinner with my brother and some friends, with them yelling at me because I'm romancing PB&J and not JonTron. I've been getting shit for that from my friends since I went on the PB&J route. So I don't know, maybe JonTron will be the next one I do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's jump right in with today's, the current event is called Miss. That makes me a little nervous. But let's jump in and read this diary entry. And then jump right into the game. Alright, let's go. Dear Diary, these love notes won't stop. Really, I should be happy about them. So why do they make me feel so weird? Well, I mean, first of all, you don't really know if they're for you. My theory still stands that it's Jared trying to woo Mai and he just has no idea what he's doing. That would be interesting. I'm not really sure if it really is for Hana. My instincts say it is not. But also it's just kind of creepy. You don't know who's leaving this stuff on your door and nobody else is seeing them, obviously. So, it's kind of weird. But anyway, it looks like we're back on the soccer field watching PB&J, so let's jump right in. Go PB&J! I stood atop my seat on the bleachers, screaming my throat hoarse. I can't believe people think I'm the loud one. Well, you're usually more talkative in general, Mai. It's just as a general rule. I should have brought earplugs. Asagao was playing another game today. After the loss so early in the season, they couldn't afford another one. I don't know if you guys follow sports. I'm not really a big sports person, but I do love me some hockey. And I live in New York, on Long Island. So the New York Rangers are my team. I'm used to them losing a lot. They're still my team. But, you know, you never know. People can bounce back. I mean, if the Rangers can make it to the playoffs, pretty much anything's possible, alright, guys? Right? Okay, anyway. Alright, enough hockey talk. Anyway. The score was tied 1-1, and there were only a few minutes left until halftime. PB&J called the team into a huddle where they stood, heads bowed and necks tense. I really don't want a repeat of last time. None of us do. But it's okay if it happens. It's just high school soccer. Don't let PB&J catch you saying that. He's more than just the captain of the team. He can be a little obsessive.
Oh, I know that, right?
Paul! That was a great soundbite. That was good. I enjoyed it. I like it. A little? You don't know the half of it. You haven't known him as long as I have. That's true. I keep hitting this stuff on accident. I glared at him and he held his hands up in self-defense. Can't blame me for stating the facts, man. Well, actually, we've known him since we were younger. We just kind of lost touch, so... You know, semantics, but still. And you can't look at me like that. I'm your class president. I'll throw you in the brig. Nice. I won't vote for you this year. Ouch! Man, I thought you were nice. Oh, I mean, I don't think there's going to be a voting system in here, but I would vote for Paul. He seems passionate enough about it, right? My point is, it's better that we win, for everyone's sake. Care to elaborate further? Paul shook his head and pointed to the field. Asagao was taking up their position again. Ellipses. There was 1 minute left on the clock. The ball was in Asagao's possession, and Dean was dashing forward on the field. Yeah, Dean, go! 2 players came at him, trying to take the ball from him. Dean looked around in a panic. He wasn't the best at avoiding danger. If you've ever seen the Minecraft hardcore Let's Plays, you know Dean is not good at avoiding danger. PB&J raised his hand from across the field, running towards Dean. Dean passed the ball to him. A perfect pass. If PB&J got it, he'd be able to score. There was no one in the way. PB&J, go! But the ball went in between his legs and into the possession of the other team. Oh no. Asagao sprinted across the field, trying to prevent another goal, but PB&J stood where he was, apparently in shock. PB&J, what are you doing? Move, PB&J! They're going to score on us! Come on! But he didn't move. Polite applause sputtered throughout the stadium and halftime was called. McJones put a hand on PB&J's shoulder and he finally snapped out of it, looking at the score. Oh, I love that they put McJones in there. That's great. His eyes grew wide. McJones gave him a shove towards the bench and PB&J, shaking his head, let himself be led there. God, that did not go well. They can still come back from it. They still can. Yeah, that looked like they had just benched PB&J. When halftime was over, the team headed back onto the field without PB&J. Yeah, it looks like he got benched. He sat on the bench, watching the game with his hands covering his mouth. Ellipses. Well, let's hope we win. Ellipses. We did! With PB&J on the sidelines, it was much easier for him to catch the plays of the other team and call for timeouts to counter them. Oh! Maybe PB&J's natural talents lie with maybe coaching more than playing. It's not a bad thing. In the end, his direction led the team to victory, even if his playing did not. Come on! We should go congratulate him. Should we? They won, didn't they? Yeah, but only after he got pulled. You can go ahead if you want. I'm gonna head back. Gotta work on that big campaign speech, you know? But, maybe if he seems kind of out of it, you should give him some space.
See you later.
Sure, see you later. Paul waved and headed off. Maya and I waited through the crowd and stood behind the bench where PB&J was finishing up the speech to his team. Amazing! I've never been prouder. We've never been more of a team than today. Go have fun tonight. Tomorrow we'll have practice, same as usual. We're going after the Moirai Strikers next week, so we can't let ourselves get complacent. See you guys then. He dismissed the team and turned to the bench. For a split second, there was a look I'd never before seen on his face. Then he saw us.
Hey.
Oh, you came again. Yeah, congratulations on winning. The team did great, didn't they? All thanks to your direction. He shook his head.
Well,
there's no saying what would have happened if the team did really well. Yeah, even Mai's like, you probably shouldn't be doing this, Hana. Do you want to go get ice cream or something? We should celebrate. No. Any other time I would. I mean it, but I have, homework I should catch up on. I've been neglecting it lately. Okay, now you know something's up with PB&J, because now all of a sudden he wants to do schoolwork. You always neglect it. It's about time I should catch up then.
See ya.
I'll see you some other time, Hana. He grabbed his duffel bag and headed off the field. That's not where Bluebell House is. He's really not doing well, is he? No, he's not. But it seems like he wants to be alone. Oh, God! Oh! Oh, my God! Oh! Why does this game do this to me? Okay, okay. Let's reason this out. Let's reason this out. Let's reason this out. Okay. Oh, man, this is rough. I mean, my natural instinct, because I worry about my friends and stuff a lot, is to go talk to somebody, but it might be better to leave him alone. I mean, even Even Paul said, like, it's probably better to leave him alone. But then from a meta game perspective, it might be better to go and talk to him. You know what, I think I'm gonna go talk to him, because I feel like probably trying to interact more with him will probably bring us closer to... Oh, I can save right here. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I mean, look, I'm saving that. I'm not going to reload if the thing is not favorable. Like I said, I'm playing this blind, so I'm not gonna be cheaty like that. But I think I'm gonna talk to him. That's very cute, but she glanced across the field. PB&J's figure was getting smaller and smaller. Some people don't like having others around when they're going through something. They want to process and come back to talk about it later. Maybe, but PB&J's not like that. How do you know that? We were friends when we were little. I know everything about him. People change, Hana. Yeah, but not in such big ways. Oh, I think I made a bad choice, you guys. We'll miss dinner. Come on. I walked past me, not even pretending to wait. What was her problem? Even if I was wrong, she seemed awfully upset over something so little. I looked for PB&J, but I could no longer see him. He must have gone somewhere else. Even if I wanted to follow him, I didn't know where he was. Sighing, I ran to catch up with Mai. Okay. So obviously we're not going to actually talk with him, but so I have a feeling that that was probably the bad thing to do. This might not be good for us. Did it affect our tournament points? Oh, we actually have 15 tournament points now. Oh, which reminds me, I got another message from that same viewer that told me that we needed at least 15 points to kind of make it into the normal boots club. But he said that it was actually 20. They corrected themselves. So we're like 3/4 of the way there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I have a feeling that's not going to bode well for my romance with PB&J. Hopefully, we'll still be able to get some kind of a good ending with him. Oh man, I was hoping that I would get some kind of a good ending on this first run, and then, you know, I'll find walkthroughs for the rest and go through the others. Just so that we can all experience them together, since we've been experiencing this whole story together. But, oh man, I think I screwed up. Alright, anyway. Still, I couldn't stop worrying about what was going on with PB&J. I'd be able to talk to him tomorrow. No use worrying about it until then. Well, at least we still left him alone. A few days went by, and at first everything seemed fine. PB&J wasn't acting any different from usual, aside from the occasional brooding look or nervous twitch. Class started to get harder when we neared midterms, and Shizuka was taking no prisoners. Miss Santos, sit up straight! Yes, Miss Shizuka, sorry! As time passed, she seemed to only get angrier and angrier. Oh, do we even know? Oh, we do. Okay. Let's read this before we continue. Dear Diary, the team won the last game, which is great, but PB&J was really upset about it. He missed, which, okay, that sucks, but it wasn't like it was the end of the world, but he took it really hard. I hope he's alright. He always used to be too hard on himself. Yeah, he seems to be very hard on himself in general. Even when Hana was beating him in video games, he seemed to take it kind of hard. As time passed, she seemed to only get angrier and angrier. Mai said yet another guy had dumped her, but I wasn't so sure. Asagao Academy had a huge reputation to fill. There was a reason it was known as a rich kid's school after all. They accepted scholarship students like me to help pull the grades above the students who got in purely because of money. The rest of the students were accepted based on merit, a combination of talent, looks, and smarts. If the academy fell in its ranking, the more well-to-do families would pick a better school to send their children to. That would be devastating for them. So midterms were a big deal. A gentle snoring filled the classroom, steadily growing louder. Students were glancing around trying to locate its source. PB&J? Oh my god, he fell asleep in the middle of class! PB&J sat as straight as a stick at his desk, eyes closed. Why would PB&J have fallen asleep? Maybe he hasn't been sleeping well. Maybe he's a little stressed. There weren't any extra practices the normal Boots Club were having, nor the soccer team. I waved emphatically to Shane, who began to prod PB&J in the side. Turnips. Uh-oh. Miss Shizuka stalked over to the desk and slammed a ruler across its surface. Mr. Butter Gamer! I can't! I will never not find it funny that they decided that Peanut Butter Gamer was his real. I can't. Okay. Mr. Butter Gamer, I do believe you could use some help staying awake. No, sorry. I was just, up studying too late, so... Quiet! She slammed the ruler against his desk again, then leaned towards him until their faces were an inch apart. For an instant, I thought they would kiss. I hate men who lie. She straightened up and pointed to the back of the classroom. Perhaps standing would help keep you awake? Yes, ma'am. PB&J stood and slunk to the back of the room as giggles skittered across the class. Oh, do I hear a few people wanting to join him? The giggles silenced immediately. If I hear any more interruptions, you will all have a 12-page paper to turn in tomorrow morning. Holy shit! Shut up! The rest of the class passed comparatively uneventfully as we united in the universal desire to not have homework. Nothing will ever bring a class of students closer together than that. Never had I more strongly felt I belonged at Asagao. PB&J stood in the back like a solemn soldier, staring at the blackboard, hardly even blinking. Wait, he wasn't blinking? Oh my god, was he asleep with his eyes open? As the bell rang, I sprang out of my seat and went to PB&J. Oh my god, he drew on his eyelids! That's hilarious! He drew eyes on his eyelids? More than that, he'd fallen asleep standing up?
PB&J.
PB&J, wake up! I shoved him. Ah! I didn't mean it! Please don't take Pixel! Oh, oh, that's a bad dream. What? He blinked at his surroundings, then looked down at me.
Good morning.
Good morning! Oh, Hana! It's so nice to see you right when I wake up. Man, this day is gonna be good. It's lunchtime. We're already in class. He squinted, glancing around him. Oh, so we are. Why are you so tired? Is there something you need help with? He scratched the back of his head, then smiled. Nope. I thought you were doing the eye thing again. The eye thing? Yeah, falling asleep standing up is PB&J's specialty. Of course it is. Of course it is. This has happened before? Oh, yeah. You see, there was this one time when we were crossing the Atlantic on a boat and I needed a coat rack for Jacques to stand on. So I just used him. Well then. Obviously, this is a friendship for the ages. What? It was only for 3 weeks.
What?
3 weeks? John, are you insane? I love that! I gave him bathroom breaks. I gave him bathroom breaks. What, do you think I'm a monster? PB&J yawned and glanced at the clock. I think I'm gonna take lunch by myself today. If I take a nap now, I can last through the rest of class. But... Are you sure? I can at least watch over you. You don't want the continue boys drawing something on your face. Again. No, it's fine. Really, I'm okay. With that, he slipped out of the classroom. John, has he been sleeping well? Yeah, I think so. It's just sleep, Hana. Half the kids in this class are perpetually sleep deprived. You don't have to be so worried. Well, yeah, but... This happens with him every now and then. In a while, he'll be back to normal. If you say so. Well, I do.
Yeah!
Come on, let's go to lunch! Fucking John, I love him so much. He's great. We headed to the cafeteria. I was watching for PB&J, still feeling a little concerned. But to my surprise, he wasn't there. We hadn't left that long after him, though. Shouldn't we at least run into him in the line? Unless he hadn't gone to lunch. Was he skipping food to sleep? My throat tightened. The whole situation was filling me with panic, and I had no idea why. John was right. It was just a bit of sleep. So, why was I so worried? Instincts, Hana, instincts. Now I feel like maybe it was the right thing to try and talk to him. Hey, Hana. Huh? I turned to face my key hovering before the door's lock. We haven't gotten any notes from your secret admirer, have we? Your secret admirer? Sure. You win some, you lose some. I guess so. Let's get started on those brain exercises. I don't like the fact that I'm 90. Oh, the brain age games, those are always hilarious. Ugh, I hate this! Mai clawed her hands through her hair, screaming at the small piece of paper lying on her desk. I wonder, maybe those things were from PB&J. Maybe he's all, like, sad because he hasn't heard Hana, like, mention them. Or see her trying to figure out who wrote them. I don't know. Oh, gosh, I don't know what to believe anymore. Why does anybody ever need calculus? Who uses calculus? Who uses school? Oh, I could get into a debate for hours on the issues with the American school system. I don't know about Japan.
Well...
Don't answer that. It was a relatively cool night, but in response to that, the academy had turned on the heaters. That meant it was abysmally hot in our dorm room and our pajamas stuck to our skin when we moved. Even I didn't want to be working on homework anymore.
Hey.
Want to take a walk? I stood and walked to the door. Please. Ah, it's so much nicer outside. The evening air cooled our sweat and a soft breeze ruffled our hair. We left after curfew, so there was no roaming the walkways as we no one roaming bleh. Oh, it's one of those nights. I think every night is one of those nights at this point. Can we just call that I can't speak? Let's just call that. There was no one roaming the walkways as we picked our way across campus. We were rounding the corner of Bluebell House when Mai stopped. Did you hear that? Hear what? Oh, I heard something. The sound of something being hit echoed through the air. Is that PB&J practicing with a soccer ball? No one's supposed to be out this late. I think it came from over here. Oh, maybe PB&J's been up every night practicing. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor PB&J. He's probably, like, feels so guilty. Oh. Mai took off in the direction of the soccer field. I really don't think we should be investigating. But Mai was already too far gone. Carefully, I tiptoed after her. There! Look! Mai grabbed my hand and yanked me down behind a bush. It's PB&J. What's he doing? I peered out from behind the bush. She was right. PB&J stood in the middle of the field, bouncing a soccer ball from his head to his foot and back again. He's practicing. It looks like he's practicing? Suddenly, PB&J punted the ball into the air before him and raced after it. A loud grunt echoed across the entire field as he kicked the ball into the net. Damn it. He ran to the ball, kicked it out into the middle of the field, and shot it into the net again. Damn it! What's wrong with him? I don't know. He's probably under a lot of pressure. I mean, with the soccer teams losing and got the game tournament coming up. It could be a lot of pressure. I've never seen him so angry. Plus all this stuff with Hana's going on. Me neither. We shifted closer together, an unspoken thought passing between us as PB&J shot at the goal again. He was scary. Maybe we should get out of here. I looked at PB&J. He was drenched with sweat and panting up a storm. Another yell echoed across the field this time as he kicked the ball past the goal and went chasing after it. Now's our chance, Hana. Come on. But don't give me another choice. God damn it! Why? Why? Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is brutal. Oh. What do we do? What do we do? I mean, I don't want to leave him by himself. Clearly something bad is going on with him. Alright, so I'm going to go with my instincts, because that's what I've been trying to do, right? I've been trying to go with my own personal instincts. So here's my thoughts on this. Everybody keeps saying, oh, this is fine, he gets like this sometimes, but clearly nobody has ever seen this side of it. And Hana is having a gut feeling that something is really wrong. So I think we really need to go talk to PB&J. I'm gonna call it. Maybe we're gonna fuck everything up. No. I'm just gonna do it. No, I can't just leave him alone out there. He's clearly upset. I don't think he wants to be interrupted. Hana? I stalked into the middle of the field, the dew on the grass moistening my pant legs. Hana? What are you doing here? That's what I should be asking you. Are you alright? Why are you doing this at night? His shoulders hunched and an angry look I'd never seen before crossed his face. Uh-oh. That's not really any of your business, is it? You're obviously not okay. Are you upset about something? Why didn't you tell me? He didn't respond, instead twisting the soccer ball between his hands. You should stop. Get some rest. This is crazy, PB&J. You're wearing yourself out. If you're done, I need to get back to work. Are you kidding? Seriously? I came out here to be alone. Go back to bed, Hana. No, I'm not leaving unless you come with me. I'm gonna stay up all night with you. You'll have to deal with me. That's a little much, Hana. My hands were shaking, so I folded them and stood my ground. Hana, don't do this. Please. I want you to do what's best for you. A long silence stretched between us. Finally, PB&J dropped his ball on the ground and nudged it towards the goal with his foot. I've got work to do, Hana. But I can't believe you would do this. I'm just trying to help you. Help? Really? Because you think you know what's best for me? You think you know better than I do? Leave. My heart stopped. He had never spoken to me that way before. It was cold, and he turned away as if he couldn't stand to look at me. A lump formed in my throat, and my anger cooled. I turned and ran. Hana? I dashed past mine up the field, only stopping when I ran out of breath. Stupid. He didn't get it. He just didn't get it. What he was doing wasn't healthy. It was obvious. I wasn't trying to control him. I was just worried. Hana? Well, I came up from behind me, rubbing my back. Come on, Hana. Let's head back. Mai and I made our way back to the dorm in silence. You think everything will be okay? I didn't know, so I didn't respond. I think we may have fucked up, guys. I think we seriously fucked up. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I will save because I promised I would lock in my choices. If I do get a bad PB&J end, the first thing that I'll do after we finish this first run through of the game is I'll get the good PB&J ending. Because I think that's only fair. Alright, let's read our diary entry. But I did get 5 more tournament points. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Who knows, maybe PB&J will feel bad for snapping at me and apologize afterwards. You know, maybe we just, really caught him at a bad emotional time. Maybe we were making the right choices. We won't know. We gotta play through and see. The current event is called Worry, but we've got 20 tournament points now, so I feel like we're moving in some sort of correct direction. This diary entry is nice and short. Dear Diary, PB&J was scary. Is he really still the peanut butter gamer I remember? I don't know. PB&J was shoving books into his locker. Maybe today?
PB&J.
Hey, PB&J.
Hey.
Hey. When he realized it was me, he closed off completely. After glancing around, he shut his locker and dashed into the classroom. PB&J had been avoiding me ever since the incident at the soccer field. He didn't want to talk to me at all. Sure, we had a bit of a fight. Okay, who am I kidding? It was a huge fight. Still, he could come talk to me about it rather than avoiding me, right? I sighed. Is it still bothering you? Of course. I'm really worried. Maybe you should try talking to someone else about it, if talking to PB&J isn't working. I glanced across the classroom. Shane, John, and PB&J were looking at something Shane drew, giggling.
Well,
I guess you're right. It wasn't until the next day that I got my chance. I ran into John and Shane while heading to class. PB&J was nowhere to be seen. Hey! I dashed towards them.
Hey.
Oh, Hana! Ellipses.
What's up?
What's up?
well,
fumbled with my fingers. You know how PB&J has been working really hard recently? No? He seemed tired recently. Haven't you noticed something off with him, John? You're his roommate. Sorry, Hana. I'm usually at the theater, so I haven't been around much. He's been working harder than usual, but I'm worried that he's working too hard. He's been going out to the soccer field every night and practicing for hours. This again? What do you mean? When PB&J has something he really cares about, he tends to work extremely hard at it. So this isn't the first time this has happened? Well, from what you're saying, it seems like this one is more extreme than usual. But yes, this has happened before. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You've got to be kidding me! He rushed into my face. You didn't see him out there! He's being completely irresponsible. He's running himself into the ground. Someone should do something. He needs help. Hana, I really think he's fine. PB&J is just like that sometimes. If you guys won't help him, I will. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Here's Team Hidden Block rolling up into the conversation. Ian and Luke were watching my favorite attempts to argue with John and Shane. You're just gonna spout that out. Okay. PB&J's being irresponsible and hurting himself, and these guys don't even care.
What?
Wait, what?
Hana,
you're being ridiculous. I can't deal with him speaking in Comic Sans. Without another word, Ian turned on his heel and walked away. Well, where do you think you're going? You can't just walk off like that. John and Shane followed behind him. You've got to be kidding me! Luke, you understand, right? You and PB&J, your Skyward brother bond. Look, I'm not sure I understand what's going on, but I get that you're worried. I get it. And I think that maybe you should try trusting in PB&J a little more. Trusting... PB&J's a cool dude. He's just not going to go and lose his head over something stupid, man.
Okay, well, see you around.
Look, I gotta go, but it was nice talking with y'all. And just like that, I was alone and furious. I'm not going to sit around while he hurts himself. Ah! I'm late! I'm sorry, Miss Shizuka. She pointed to the desk and I slumped into it with a sigh. I glanced over to PB&J's seat. Where?
You.
Is there something wrong, Miss Mizuno? I will not tolerate speaking out of turn. No, sorry. I returned my gaze to the front of the room, but my mind was elsewhere. PB&J hadn't come to class. Well, that doesn't seem too out of the norm for him. The next day, I watched the classroom door with worry. But sure enough, the bell rang, class started, and PB&J was nowhere to be seen. Hana. Oh, I should read this journal entry. Oh, still the same one. Okay. Are you okay? I'm sure he's fine. Even you don't look so sure at this point. Yeah. But my mind couldn't help wandering to terrible thoughts. As I watched Shizuka draw pictures on the chalkboard, my mind drifted back to my childhood. Back then, PB&J was always needing my help. He'd stub his toe, or get chased by a raccoon, or have turned on the television at night and seen a movie about aliens. Each time something bad happened, he'd come running to me to make him feel better. I knew that a lot of time passed between now and then, but the PB&J I saw now was so similar to the PB&J I knew then. When people do grow up. What if that hadn't changed? What if instead of learning how to manage his problems, he just learned to take them inward? And now instead of asking for help from the people who cared about him, he pushed them away and took it all into his own hands. Now when he needs help, he takes his anger out on other things or gets too absorbed in what he's working on. In that case, if his friends don't see the need to help him, how will he ever get better? And if he hurts himself, well, I don't know if he's going to go that far. Good job, class. I'm leaving now. Except you, Marcus. She placed a paper on one of the more attractive boys' desks. I'll be seeing you in my office. Oh. Okay. She winked and waltzed out of the classroom. Holy crap, it's finally gonna happen. Shizuka's finally gonna hit on a student.
Yeah!
Oh man, there's no way I'm gonna miss this. Come on, Hana, we'll have just enough time to peek and eat lunch if we hurry. You go on ahead. I have to talk to John.
Really?
Seriously? Fine, maybe Jared will come with me. As Money left the classroom, I approached John and tapped him on the shoulder.
John.
John?
What's up?
Oh, hey! Hi, Hana, what's up? Well, it's kind of about our conversation yesterday. He's not gonna want to talk. He's browsing it together. What do you need? Well, PB&J didn't come to class again, and I'm worried. You're right. Usually he sneaks in by now. Well, if you want, we can go up and check in the room. Okay, even at this point, John is like, maybe we should check up on him. I don't know. I gotta have faith in my choices. I can't take them back, so I just gotta stick with them. That's the way life is, too. I'm teaching all of you life lessons. It's Asagao Academy is teaching life lessons. Last time I saw him, he was still sleeping. Thank you. Together, John and I made our way across campus. As we climbed the stairs to the room, I finally asked him something that had been bothering me for a while. John? I was just gonna ask! I don't see Jacques on his shoulder. Where did Jacques go? Jacques? Oh, he's fine. He's installing an update to get a Cybertronic beak that can carve through raw iron. Of course. Raw iron? Oh yeah, all the cool birds have one nowadays. You know I couldn't leave him out of the loop, the little guy. If you say so. I didn't really believe him, but he didn't seem to want to talk about it. Besides, it made about as much sense as anything, John said. Here we are. We stepped into his and PB&J's dorm room and he closed the door behind us. PB&J was fast asleep, curled into a tiny ball on the bed. How is it possible for him to be so small when he was 6'2"?
Good morning.
Wake up, beauty queen! PB&J shifted over. You've got to be kidding me. He climbed over PB&J's soccer bag and began poking him in the side. Wake up! Come on!
No.
No! Leave me alone. I'm tired. If you don't come to class, you're gonna get kicked out of school. Do you want that? Leave me alone!
No.
Come on! John swept PB&J's blankets off of him as like a matador. No! PB&J shrieked and flailed against the bed in a perverse imitation of a toddler's temper tantrum. I don't want to go to school. I'm sleepy. I want to sleep. Let me go to sleep. Oh man, this is awful. John turned to me. I'm sorry, Hana. Could you leave us alone for a bit? Hana? PB&J shot up in his bed, smashing his head against the beams of John's bunk. Ow! That's awesome. Shut up, leave me alone. I'm up, okay? I'm up. Yeah, Hana here was worried about you, so we came to get you. I shuffled awkwardly back into the entryway. Pardon my intrusion. Hana, He trailed off, the tips of his ears turning pink. I'll be in class after lunch, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go now. I flew out of the room and headed for the cafeteria. When I got back to class...
I can't believe this.
Damn, it was a total fluke. Shizuka was giving him an application for some college internship program. That's why she winked. I totally thought they were gonna get it on, too. What is wrong with you? That's too bad. What are you grinning about anyhow? I glanced across the room at PB&J in his seat. He caught my glance and gave me a thumbs up. It looks like he's feeling better. Maybe he had some time to cool down and kind of think of things. Maybe we just really did need to just give him a little bit of space. Nothing. Oh, you lovebirds. Lovebirds? No, it's not like that. I swear. Yeah, let me know when it gets juicy. PB&J stayed in class that day, and for a few days after that. He looked absolutely exhausted every time I saw him and rarely responded to what I was saying. At lunch, he ate his food and absent-mindedly picked at his dessert, never listening to the conversation. I was worried. He was clearly acting strange, but nobody else seemed to be paying him any attention. I tracked Nick down to ask why, and all he said was, "This has happened before. It just kind of has to run its course." Eventually, I pieced two and two together. A big game was coming up. Apparently, if Asagao won, they would significantly better their chances of getting to the finals. I didn't understand why, but they'd be able to lose 2 games instead of only the 1. As the deadline approached, PB&J got more and more anxious. Then one day, he didn't show up to class at all. He still not here.
Hey.
What's going on? This is the second day PB&J just hasn't come to class. Luke glanced at PB&J's seat. Yeah, I guess you're right. This is the most non-caring group of people! Oh my god! Don't be sad. I glanced up at Ian in surprise. No? Ian rolled his eyes. If he's not hurting himself, there's no problem. He can make his own decisions. You've got yourself to worry about. This tournament isn't gonna win itself. He grinned and my throat caught. The tournament! I've been so worried I hadn't been practicing at all. That's what I thought. You can't make this easy for us, Hana. We really will beat you if you don't work hard at it. You're right. Ian shook his head and walked away. When it finally registered that Ian left, Luke followed. I shouldered my bag. Mine was nowhere to be seen, so I headed home alone to do some practice. Damn it. No matter how hard I tried, I wasn't getting any better. I stayed in the same score and rank range since last week. How was I gonna beat Ian at this rate? Oh, the show's back on. I turned the volume up just slightly, resuming my training. Welcome back to PB&J! Remember, if you hear that name somewhere else, we totally thought of it first. Tonight I'm bringing you a very special show because, as you might notice, my partner has fallen asleep. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Don't worry, I won't be doing anything too bad to the guy, but you know, he has a lot of fears, and I figured I'd do something to help him combat those. A sound like wet plastic echoed out of the radio. When John next spoke, his voice was muffled. Now then, PB&J, wake up! I've come for you! What? There was a second's pause over the radio. I held my breath then. Oh God, no! I'm sorry, please don't take me! Please don't take me! You will make the perfect specimen. No! No! Okay, you can take me, but please don't take Luca. He doesn't know any better. He's just a dog. Oh, PB&J. John started laughing, but his muffled voice made it sound absolutely demonic. I should have made more of my life when I had the chance. I have so many things to tell people. Jeff, if you're out there, I secretly consider you a really good friend. And Josh, I'm really jealous of your beard. And Hana, Whoa there, boy. There was a rustling as John took off whatever he was wearing. It's only me. John, hey. Come over to Daddy. Come hug me. I'm sorry for hurting you. What? A quiet shuffling sound and then someone being pat on the back. There. I'm sorry. It's over now. It was you? Of course it was me, you numbnut. I've never been so happy to see you. These two. For a long while, there was just rustling and patting as PB&J was presumably being calmed down. I smiled. Whether it was obvious or not, John cared about PB&J. He was trying to cheer him up, too, in his own special way. Despite that, I still worried. PB&J didn't sound any less stressed. If anything, he sounded a bit more so. I bit my lip. I'd been worried about it literally all day. Maybe it was time to do something to take my mind off of it. Ellipses. The radio show was hosted in Azalea Arts Center, wasn't it? That's where they took me after the Flower Festival. Ellipses. There was no problem in simply popping by, right? Just to wish him luck before the big game. This wasn't weird at all. I entered Azalea Arts Center and made my way through the halls to the radio showroom. Asagao High School Hosts Club. I didn't even notice that. Don't totally suck at volleyball? Oh my god. This is too funny. I'm dying. Crying party from Sad Girl. Calling all itty bitty kitty collectors. I didn't even read these the first time I saw this. Anyway, the show was still going, so I couldn't just barge in. Instead, I stood outside the door waiting for PB&J and John to finish up. Ellipses. I sighed. What was I really doing here? Why did I care so much? Ian was right. If PB&J wanted to do something, it was none of my business whether he did it. I didn't run his life. He didn't have to make his decisions taking me into consideration. But I didn't just feel concerned to him. I also felt a little responsible for him. Back when we were little, I was the one who watched out for PB&J. I protected him from people who made fun of him. I chased down boys who tripped him on purpose. I even punched a kid in the face after I saw him shove PB&J down on the concrete. We were only a few months apart in age, but he always felt like a little brother to me. It was hard for me to see him as anything different even now that he was so insanely tall and clearly had things together. Well, as together as obsessively destroying yourself over a silly soccer game could be. Should have punched me if you were so scared. What if I was an actual alien? Then punching you wouldn't have made much of a difference. You don't know that. John and PB&J walked right past me, too deep in the argument to even notice I was standing there. I gently cleared my throat. I scared them both. Oh, Hana, it's just you. What are you doing here? John glanced from me to PB&J and smelled like a Cheshire cat.
See you later.
Hey, I gotta get going, but I'll leave you two here. Take your time, too. We have permission to be out, so you won't get in any trouble. I smiled at him and he winked at me. PB&J was pink. So, why are you here? Well, shit. I didn't really think about what I should say once I was here. Mostly I just wanted to see him to put my mind at ease. Yes, he was alive and he was in one piece. He didn't even look that bad. Much better than he had the last few days. Maybe he'd been using that time to catch up on sleep? But he still shouldn't be missing so much class. What should I say? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, well, I'm not going to say you've been pushing yourself too hard. I think that is kind of judging the way that he deals with things, and I don't think he needs anybody to be judgmental right now. I want to see how you were doing, maybe. I want to support you. See, this is interesting, because it's like, you know, I want to be there for you and have your back. And I feel like I wanted to see how you were doing is kind of pushing the issue a little bit. Like, I have a feeling I'm crashing and burning here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to say, I want to support you. I've been conflicted. Oh, I think the background music is a good sign, you guys. I think the background music's a good sign. I feel like you're pushing yourself too hard, but I know how important this is to you. I just wanted to do something to help. I stopped. I wanted to give him something, but what? Kiss him! Oh, you don't have to do that. I fumbled around my jacket looking for anything that might serve as a good gift. There was nothing but my body. Oh, wait! Stepping forward, I wrapped my arms around him in a hug. My head just barely reached his chest. It was more like hugging his stomach than hugging him. His heart was beating rapidly just under my ear, and he went stiff as a door. Maybe this wasn't the right thing. He shifted a little under me, and then I felt two long arms wrap themselves around me, too. Something prickly and heavy hit the top of my head. Thank you, Hana. As he spoke, vibrations tickled my head and face. No problem. We stood like that for some time, longer than was strictly necessary for a friendly hug, but I didn't mind. In fact, I kinda liked it. It was different from the normal kind of hug I got from my parents. Something seemed different, but I couldn't put my finger on it. It's called romance, Hana. Finally, he pulled away. As I smiled at him, I realized what was weird. My heart was beating like crazy. PB&J's face was rosy pink, and I was sure mine was the same. He cleared his throat. Well then, I guess I'll just have to get going now then. He started walking backwards towards the door, not taking his eyes off me. Yeah, good, yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, no problem. Will I see you at the game tomorrow? You know you will. I beamed at him and he beamed back. Great! Man, I'm so excited. There's no way we'll fail. He chuckled. Thanks, Hana. I didn't do anything. No, you definitely did. He hit the door with a loud bang. Jiggy grabbed the handle and tried to pull it open, but it didn't budge. It's a push door. Oh, these dorks! These beautiful dorks!